Yo, what up? Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Marez Jr., and today we're joined by a pro boxer, Criztec Bazaldua at Los Angeles. How's it going, Criztec?
How's you doing? Is pretty good right now. How about yourself?
Likewise, I'm getting ready for the weekend. Already got some tickets to see the new Spider-Man movie with the family on Sunday.
That's a big, great movie.
So looking forward to it. First question we got for you, Criztec, is about kind of your start in boxing. What got you into boxing? How did you get started?
Well, mostly I didn't know anything about boxing until I was in the police academy, and they had a bunch of activities like football, soccer, and all that. And I tried all of them, but one time I saw this fight that they were going to start this boxing club, and I wanted to join. So I had to force my brother to join boxing with me because my dad wouldn't let me to do boxing by myself. So I did. I started boxing with my brother, and ever since I just fell in love with the sport.
Awesome. And we have had your little sister here for an interview as well, Perla, and she
Yeah,
credited you and your brother for getting her into boxing. And
yeah,
you mentioned specifically how proud she is of you for that deal with Matchroom. Because
yeah,
you
sure.
basically proved to her that hard work does pay off.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of flip the question and just ask you, like your thoughts on your sister boxing, and how proud are you of Perla?
Oh no, Perla's gonna be a future superstar. I'm super proud of her. She's going to nationals this weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing her fights. I know she's gonna be big. Hope she's gonna be in the big stage with me at some point.
Yeah,
Um,
it'll be awesome when you guys are the same card one day.
yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to showcase a card like that with me and my little sister.
There you go. And Chris, can you let us know a little bit about your amateur career? What are some of your major accomplishments from back in the day?
Yeah, well, as an amateur, I was a six-time national champion. I won the Eastern qualifiers, the Western qualifiers, the junior Golden Gloves, and besides that, I just went to a lot of fights. And I qualified to the Olympic trials. I mean, the ones before the Olympic trials, but then I got sick, and ever since my now manager, he was telling me that there was a big opportunity, so we just jumped on it instead, and ever since we just turned pro. But it was always my dream to go to the Olympics. But I don't know. I don't even know if the Olympics is going to be made next year. So we just jumped on the opportunity.
Absolutely. And can you let us know how it is training with Manny Robles?
Oh, it's a blessing. He's to me the whole team, not just him, Manny Jr., Estrellita, my manager. That it's the best team in the world. Every day is a blessing. I learn something new every day, and transitioning with Manny, you just sit on your punches way more. He has a brilliant mind. He knows exactly what he's doing. It's an honor to train with.
Agreed. Yeah, he and his team are great, and just being around other pro boxers, it's like the saying goes, right? Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a family at the gym. We all motivate each other, and I'm kind of like the young kid in the gym, but like still, everyone just is always there for me, and they show love, unconditional love. It's great.
Yeah. And as we mentioned at the top of the interview, you signed with Matchroom Boxing, so congratulations on that. That's a
Thank you, thank you.
huge move. Can you tell us a little bit how that deal came to be and kind of your reason for signing with Matchroom?
Well, I've been I was a pretty good amateur boxer. I had a lot going on with me, and I guess they saw an eye on me, and I think it was ever since the Eastern qualifiers in 2022. That's when they started looking more into me, and I was doing pretty good every national tournament. I got first on one, and then second on my next one, and I won the WBC amateur tournament. So they were just looking into me, and plus I have my manager. We also have Ramla Lee, my teammate.
Hmm.
They both helped me get into it, and ever since we just took off with opportunity.
Awesome. And now, switching gears to your pro career, you made your debut back in March, this year. What were your emotions heading into that fight? Were there any nerves?
Well, to be honest, I didn't during the warm up and everything. I was super excited. I couldn't get over the feeling. I was excited and everything, but I didn't feel that nervous because I didn't look into the crowd that much or anything. But I kid you not, I forgot the ring entrance and the first round when I came back to my corner after the first round. I didn't remember anything. Well, obviously after the fight I remembered, but I didn't remember anything after the first round. I don't know how. It was weird.
You just kind of just locked in, right?
And I don't know. I forgot everything, so I just listened to my corner and just took off in the second round there and just kept adjusting.
There you go. And your first pro fight was in Mexico. Was that your first time fighting in Mexico?
It was my second time fighting in Mexico. I fought in Mexico as a kid one time, and it was a great experience too. But it was the first time fighting in a really big crowd. So, but it was a blessing to fight in Mexico. To be honest, I loved it.
Yeah,
Everything about it.
great, perfect. Yeah, I was gonna ask you how the experience is, and it sounds like it was great. And you're gonna now be fighting in New Orleans, and for your upcoming fight, it's coming up on June 17th on the Regis Prograis undercard. What can fans expect to see from you on June 17th?
It's gonna be a great fight. I've been working extremely hard, and I think we're aiming for that knockout, God winningly, and we're trying to make a statement this next fight, and just keep going from here.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of eyes on that card for sure.
Yes. My
Um,
teammate is also on there, Matt Romlish. It's going to be great. Both of us fighting in the same card. It's a true blessing to be in the same card as her.
yeah, she's doing great things in the sport. She fought in Europe her last fight, right?
Yeah, I think it was in Europe, but she's not just doing things for the sport. She's helping women tremendously. Everything. She's even she has her own sisters club and everything, and she's just putting women on the map. And it's incredible to train with her and see everything she's doing for everybody.
Yeah, I think I was seeing that she has like a free women's class too at the gym.
Yeah,
I think she's doing with your
yeah,
sister Perla.
all worldwide too, not just in our gym. She's doing it everywhere. And
Awesome.
she recently just blessed like 20 girls too, paid for everything, sponsored them to go to nationals or whatever they needed. She's a great person in and out of the ring.
Awesome. Yeah, no, shout out to Ramla Ali. That's awesome. Love to see that. And what can you tell us about your next opponent?
He's from Canada. I think his record is 1-1. He's tough and gritty. I saw some videos, and he's gonna come forward. But we're making we're adjusting, and we know what to expect, and we're just gonna grow from that and just be ready.
Yeah, and when it comes to your preparation, do you watch a lot of tape on your opponent, or do you kind of just leave that to your coach and just focus on making improvements to your style?
So what I did is what I usually do is even in the amateurs. So I'd watch the video only one time, and from there, I try to adjust from that during my sparring. But I don't want to implement it that much. But I could just kind of tell what my opponent did, and I just have the same camp, and I spar my sparring partners. I spar regularly, and fight week that's when I watch the videos almost every day just to see exactly what I have to do for the fight. But I don't want to stress about it too early, so I just let it build up to the fight week. I don't want to stress myself out that much. That's why.
That's very smart. We have a live comment here from K Rod. He says, "Yo, PRPR, flaming emojis." So shout out to K Rod.
Shout out to him.
And in Criztec, I saw you made your pro debut as a lightweight, 135 pounder. That division is on fire.
Yeah,
Speaking of flaming
great.
emojis, is this the division you plan to win your first title at?
Yeah, of course. I wanna build from 135, and hopefully I don't know wherever it takes me, but I wanna of course I wanna not just one title. Hopefully I could become unified. If from there undisputed, and from there we just move up weight classes and just keep growing 140, 147, 154. Because I think I can get up there. Just gotta keep working.
There you go. And then, do you have a dream fight in mind?
Oh, I don't want to get. I don't like to call people out that much, but I want when the time comes. I want to fight the best. To be the best, you got to fight the best, and I want whoever's online. I'll take it.
Absolutely. Well, let me flip it this way. Is there someone you would want to share the ring with in sparring? Just kind of learn from.
I'd love to share the ring with Terrence Crawford. Shakur Stevenson too. Those are two great boxers. And Lomachenko. I'd like to share the ring with a lot of boxers. There's a lot of great boxing that is at a peak right now. It's the tons of great boxers right now. There's a lot of people
Yeah.
I'd like to share the ring with.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
even right now, I'm sharing the rings with my role models growing up. It's the true blessing to be working in the gym I'm at. You get the best sparring every day.
Yeah, it must be surreal. People you're looking up to now are your peers.
Yeah, exactly. It was actually the first time I sparred Virgil Ortiz. The moment I stepped in the ring, I couldn't believe it. I was shook. I actually didn't believe I was sparring him. He was one of
Yeah.
my favorite boxers growing up.
Yeah, I agree, man. He's super talented.
Yeah, he's really good.
And then, Criztec, do you have a dream venue you want to headline in the future?
Yes. I wanna fight in Guanajuato, and
Uh,
where I'm from, where I'm originally from. So I want to fight in the Stadium of Leon, and if not, I also want to fight in the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Yeah, that'd be great. I want
yeah,
to go to so like if I also in South Central LA, in where I grew up and everything, in the Staples Center, that'd be amazing.
big homecoming fight one
Yeah,
day.
great.
Yeah, in Guanajuato, man. Like I've been there once. It's such a beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful
it's really
city.
good.
So
It's really great. We're from this little town called San Jose Iturbide, but even outside the rancho, it's beautiful.
yeah, 100%. And then, who's been the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with, either in a pro fight or amateur fight or in sparring?
Well, Virgil Ortiz is pretty hard. He caught me with some good body punches. But there's also this other boxer from Armenia. I sparred him I helped him for one of his fights because he was fighting a left-handed boxer, and his name is Hovanes Bashko. He hits really hard. He got me some great times to the body too, and then he took me sometimes too. He's a great boxer.
Yeah. And then, who was your favorite boxer growing up?
My favorite boxer growing up was Julio Cesar Chavez. I love watching him. Everything, how his defense, his timing. He's to me the greatest Mexican boxer of all time.
Yeah, he's on a lot of people's number one, if not
Yeah,
definitely in the top three.
yeah, he's really great.
Great. All right, we have a question here from K Rod. It says, Chris, what's the best way to stay disciplined in boxing? Is it factor around who's in your team, or just setting goals every day to stay motivated to get to the top level in your career?
To me, it's a lot of factors. It's not just one thing. To stay disciplined, you also have to take responsibility, knowing that you have to you're the one that has to stay in the gym every day. It's not just your team that has to tell you have to take responsibility yourself to know that you have to do it. And I didn't believe it in the beginning, but manifesting things helps you a lot. Back then, I didn't say like, oh, I'm gonna come to this tournament, I'm gonna win this tournament. It never worked for me. But ever since I started manifesting things or just like putting little notes, it helped me
Mm-hmm.
a lot and helped me stay disciplined to my goal. I knew that I had to achieve that one thing, and ever since that helped me a lot. But your team is true. They help you stay disciplined a lot. But it's also really a mental sport. So you gotta take it on yourself. Take the
Yeah,
obstacle.
yeah. It seems like sometimes you got to speak into existence, right? Like this is
Exactly.
what it's going to do. I know Deontay Wilder's big on the speak it, believe it, receive it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um, I think I heard of it. One of my friends told me the Canelo's huge on that too. That he manifests things a lot. He has like little notes all over his house that he's gonna accomplish these little things. So I took that from him, and in my house I have like little notes that the confirmation I want to do in the future.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then bring it to now to present day. Who do you consider to be the number one pound for pound fighter today?
Yeesh. Oh, that's a tough question. I think right now number one it has to be Naoya Inoue.
A
He's a
monster.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to see him. I want to see him fight Fulton, but boxing's really good right now. There's a lot of my favorite boxer right now obviously is Canelo. He's Mexican and everything, but there's boxing at its peak. I like Terrence obviously, Naoya, Usyk. It's boxing's really great right now. There's I have like three favorite boxers at each weight class.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a great time for boxing.
Big fights are happening right now too.
Yeah. And then, Chris, like, what do your LA roots mean to you and be able to represent South Central on the big stage?
Oh, it means the world to me. Knowing where I came from, the people that I was surrounded with, the background I had, it means a lot to not just to myself, but to show the people around me that anything is possible. To be honest, you could be from anywhere, but just the hunger you have for whatever you want to accomplish or do is what truly set you apart from the other people. So just keep working, and anything is possible.
Yeah, no, and you're definitely setting inspiration to other people coming up, living in LA, kind of seeing what you're doing at such a young age. Gives them reason to keep going.
God willingly, I'm not the first. I'm not the first already. It's the person that originally set it up for everyone in boxing from from South Central is my brother Diego Pacheco. He set the blueprint for all of us. He's a great boxer. I can't wait to see him headline another fight in July 8th.
Yeah, I did see in another interview you did mention your relationship with the Pacheco, how you guys kind of grew up together and even lived a few houses apart.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's
you
a
know,
huge inspiration to me growing up.
yeah, he's doing another guy that's just kind of doing big things on the big
Yeah,
stage, and I think it's only a matter of time before he gets his title shot.
yeah. Hopefully, I want to see him. I want to see him in the big fights already. He deserves it. He trains super hard.
Yeah, and Chris, do you watch a lot of boxing fights outside of your own?
Oh yeah. Anytime my father's a huge boxing fanatic. I didn't know it because he never showed it to us, but ever since we got into boxing, he put his his boxing roots that he always had to us, and he loves watching fights every time. And my family and I we just get in the living room. We just watch all the fights together. We love the fights. We watch. I try to watch all of them with my father.
Ah, that's great, man. See, so boxing brings the family together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Great. Well, I want to ask you about some matchups. These are either confirmed or rumored, and I want you to let me know who you think would win. If it's too close to call, you can say 50-50, or you can say pass if you don't want to kind of.
I already know which one I'm saying 50-50 to. Errol Spence
Uh,
is Terrence Crawford,
that
that's 50-50.
that's definitely on the list. Let's start with that one. So you think for Spence Crawford, that's a 50-50 fight?
That's a 50-50 fight because Crawford, I don't even think he's a true 147 pounder. And Spence, he looks like a 154 pounder. So it's going to be a great fight. Hopefully, I like Terrence Crawford a lot, but I love Errol Spence a lot too. But it's going to be a great fight. The best man that night is going to win. It's going to
It's
be a
gonna
great fight.
it's gonna come down to preparation. Who wants him win that night? 100%. And the next one I want to ask you, this one is confirmed. It's happening on June 10th. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez.
Oh, that's be another great fight. I think I got Josh Taylor in that fight. The unorthodox fighting style he has. I think that's gonna get to Teofimo, and he's beat Loma. He's a huge name, but I think Josh Taylor will pull that one off.
All right. And then next one I'll ask you about. This one is rumored. Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis.
Yeah, no, I've heard that one too. Um, that's a great fight. I don't know. Well, Devin Haney's gonna be jumping up to 140, but he already looks pretty big himself. And Regis,
Yeah.
he just I was live at the fight versus Sean. That was, he outboxed Sean pretty good. So that'd be a great fight. But I think the technical style of Devin Haney and the championship pedigree he already has fighting for those title belts, the four undisputed, the pressure he's had for that. I think he'll pull that one off. Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney could pull that one off. But that's
Awesome. Yeah.
a great fight. That's
That's
50-50 too.
yeah. And the 140 is another great division.
Yeah,
You also have Subriel Matias right there, another
yeah,
champion.
he is. He's great. There's a one. Yeah, I think Sean Davis is moving up to 142. He's another great boxer.
Mhm.
Yeah, 140 is getting heated. Teofimo,
Ryan Garcia.
moving up to 142.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great division.
Yeah, and the final one that I want to ask you about, talking about the heavyweights, this one has been rumored now for happening in this December. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua.
Ah, oh, I don't know if Josh is the same man anymore after these last two fights. That's last three fights. He hasn't been looking the same. And Wilder, he hasn't. He fought the I forgot his name from Europe. The guy he fight he knocked him out in one round.
Yeah, I
So
think it was that Hellenius?
yeah, he was his last fight. I think Wilder could pull that one off, but if I think isn't Josh Taylor training with Derrick James Jr. now?
Mm-hmm.
If he could just change him up a bit, he might pull something off. But if anything, I think Wilder could pull that one off.
Yeah, I agreed. And then K-Rod here says, Criztec, by any chance, are you a fan of other sports like basketball? If so, do you believe Mexico can contend at the top in the NBA or Olympics if they got good enough?
Yeah, I'm a sports fanatic in general. I like basketball. Yeah, my favorite team is the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it was a heartbreak watching them lose in the playoffs right now. And for Mexico, yeah, they already compete. They won in soccer. They won in 2014, I think, the gold for soccer, and then the last Olympics they won silver. I mean bronze. So
Mm-hmm.
Mexico for sure could compete in the top. And boxing too. I think they've had two two champions. I mean, two gold in the past 2 years. I think Mexico can compete.
And we see what Mexico's doing in the pro ranks, you know, champions
Exactly.
after champions. And then Kara also wants to know, like, what do you consider to be the best defense to use in boxing?
Well, to me, the head movement is key, but I like to pull back a lot because I like countering a lot. But besides that, parrying, bobbing, weaving, moving your head side to side, just keeping your hands up the whole time is a great defense. But my coach also says your best defense is your offense. Just putting that pressure 24/7 could be your defense for you.
Agreed. And then Kara says Mexico did good in baseball too. Yep, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the WBC they got. I was mad that day. That last pitcher he shouldn't have gone in.
And then
great game though.
Great game. And then what do you like to do outside of boxing? What are some of your interests and hobbies? You already mentioned you're a big sports fanatic.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Besides boxing, I like watching the sport a lot. I like watching basketball games, soccer games, football games. Whenever I'm not boxing, I try to tune in for sports first. If not, I get on the game with my friends or just chillax, just hang around with my family a lot too. I love hanging around with my family. We just usually do little things, but there's not a lot that I do besides resting and boxing.
All right. And then what's the best piece of advice you would give someone that's thinking about turning pro in boxing and making a career out of it?
The best advice that I think is the same advice that a ton of people have given me is just don't let the moment get to you. Just keep your head straight and just stay focused and calm. Don't let anything get to you. Just keep working no matter what. Just keep going and keep going.
Well said.
Stay humble too. You don't want to act too big for anyone. You're not. No, you can never be too big for anyone.
Agreed. And then Carol says, "Don't worry, I was mad too when y'all beat my team for Puerto Rico. We'll get you next time. A new rivalry was already born between us. Wherever we go."
Yeah, boxing, Puerto Rico, and Mexico is another great rivalry.
Yeah, no matter what sport, man, those are always just far matchups. Yeah. And then Criztec, when it's all said and done, go ahead, Criztec.
You go ahead.
No, I want to hear. You remember seeing which one?
The Chavez Rosario fight, the fight he had with him, that was a great PR versus battle too.
Yeah, and there's
my dad put me onto that fight, and the hype was real. I seen.
Yeah, there's one on this upcoming Friday on the Barm Nation card that Fernando Vargas Jr. is headlining. So they're gonna have Jonathan La Roca Gonzalez, who's part of like Team Canelo. He's a Puerto Rican and he's fighting Eduardo Baez, the Mexican. So
I've heard of Baez before. He fought one of my teammates, Vivas, or was it? Mm-hmm. I think it was Vivas. Yeah. They're twins. There's two little twins, but I don't know the partner he's gonna have.
Yeah, I think his opponent La Roca is 19 years old too, so he's young coming up. Mm-hmm. But yeah, PR Mexico should be a great fight. Those styles match up well. And then my next question I have for you is like, when it's all said and done, how do you want to be remembered? What do you want your boxing legacy to be?
Well, obviously, I want to be undisputed at different multiple weight classes, be considered pound for pound best, one of the greatest boxers of all time. But one of my main goals is to provide for my family. Number one, retire my parents, provide for my brother and my sister. But I also want to influence the new generation, just to let them know anything can be possible. Coming from wherever you are, if you were born rich, if you were born poor, anything is possible. Being able to influence others, that warmed my heart a lot. Being able to know that I was a role model to a bunch of other little kids.
You're on the right path, champ.
Yeah. God willing.
And a final question I got for you is, it's not really a question, more so kind of opening up the floor. What's a message you want to send to your fans and supporters?
My main message is to just keep supporting me, and just big things ahead. Little by little, we'll get those championship belts, get the undisputed, unifies everything, the world titles, and little by little, we'll just keep going.
Absolutely. And everybody make sure you follow his Instagram. You can see it here in the banner scrolling. It's Criztec Bazaldua, 04 on IG. Give him a follow. That way you don't miss any updates in his pro career.
Sure.
And we wish you the best of luck on June 17th. 2-0 and coming.
Yes, sir.
All right, Criztec. Thank you so much for making the time. It was a pleasure to get to know you better.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. You too. Take it easy.